Hey guys, welcome back. This is Mansi Sanghavi. Thank you for tuning in. Here's where we talk about product management, career, and mindset. If you're new here, definitely click on the subscribe button because that will keep you updated with my weekly videos and that will keep me motivated to create these videos for you guys. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to get your product management career started. A lot of times people want to get into this career, but they don't know how to go about it. So in this video, I've given you a step-by-step process depending on where you are at in your present situation and what is it that you can do to get into this career. So without much further delay, let's get started. Jump into all the methods that I have for you guys, I want you to sit and think, where is it that you lie in this entire spectrum? One is either you are a student, you are somebody who is doing your MBA or who has just been a recent graduate and now you are ready to look out for jobs. Second is you are a working professional with some years of experience. You could be a developer, you could be an analyst, you could be in any position and now you've decided to get into the field of product management. So first identify where is it that you are at in your career. Based on that, the next 5 methods will help you out to transition into a product career. All these are proven methods that a lot of product managers around the world have used to get their product career started. Initially, we know that there was no set career path, and even now it's not exactly black or white as to how can you get started. A lot of students face this problem of getting an entry-level position requires 2 years of experience. But if some company is not giving you that 2 years of experience, how will you even get started? Which is why I've made this video especially for you all who want to get started into the field of product management. I was lucky enough to get into a product-based company early on, but now because of the competition that is arising and because the talent scouting is getting so much more intense than what it was like 8 to 10 years ago, it is definitely difficult to get into this position. But don't worry, this video will help you find the right method depending on where you're at. Now, if you're a student who is already ready to get graduated, or if you're in your MBA and you are going to pass out within the next few months, then you should go ahead and do this particular thing. The first tip or method that I'm going to give you is to highlight whatever areas of problem solving and leadership you've already proven till now. These two are very important skill sets that any hiring manager looks for while looking for a product manager. So even if you are a student, it is okay. You need to highlight in your resume what were the areas where you have strived as a problem solver. What was the situation in which you had communicated things to different people and aligned them to come together for a common goal. If you are somebody who is just getting started into your MBA, I would highly recommend you to be a part of different communities or cells in your university. So you could be a part of any extracurricular activities, you could be a part of the placement cell. This shows that you're interested in not just academics but also other things. That is one great highlight, not just for product management but any other role that you're going to apply for. But besides that, you will be facing very difficult situations which you would not face otherwise in just a classroom situation. Here's where you can highlight what are your strengths, how did you deal with certain situations. Also, always highlight what were the results. So everybody knows what you were responsible for, but in your resume, focus on what were the result-driven approaches that you had taken and what was the actual measurable or tangible thing you had delivered even if you are a student. The reason why you need to do this is a product manager role is extremely driven on KPIs or metrics of a particular product or feature that you're building, which means that the micro focus of a product manager has to be on what is the product KPI, how can I go and achieve it. So if you're able to bring that sort of a communication or a thought process even in other aspects or spectrums of your life before even getting into a company, that will show some alliance in your thought process to be working as a product manager in future. The second method that you can apply is look out for BA level positions or jobs which are around business analyst roles. Traditionally, there were no product managers in software-based companies, and those roles were either taken by business analysts or by project managers. In 2001, as the Agile methodology came through and the Scrum Manifesto, which is an awesome book, I would highly recommend you all to go and read it. In this book is where the 12 principles of Scrum came through, and the entire process of what software companies were doing got delivered into product-based companies as well. So I would highly recommend you to go ahead and look for a BA role. From there you can transition into an APM level position, which is an associate product manager, or you can go ahead and apply for a product owner position. So your career trajectory could look something like a BA and then a PO and then a PM, which is like a business analyst to a product owner and then a product manager. Another thing that I would like to highlight is when you're looking for a BA role, go ahead and only target product-based companies. So you have to make sure that you're working in that sort of an environment instead of working for traditional bigger organizations who don't follow the new way of working in the product-based company. So you want to be working for a company which is working in an agile way, who is following fast failing, pivoting different ideas, doing a lot of MVP experimentation. So target companies which are open to such ideas and such methodologies, or who are already using this currently. The third method is to apply for a rotational product manager role. A lot of big companies offer such type of positions where you can go ahead and apply for a rotational program into product management. This product management role is going to last you for around 1.5 to 2 years in a program method, where they not only train you, but you have experience of working in different areas and spectrums of product management. The advantage of applying for such roles is that you don't need any prior experience. So if you are either somebody with 2 or 3 years of experience, or if you're just graduating from your MBA, you can definitely apply to RPM sort of roles in bigger companies. If you are a working professional, or if you're somebody who already is working in a particular organization and now you've decided to transition into a product role, then this method is something you should definitely look for. Reach out to different developers and designers in your organization. Ask them how do they work, what are their methods, their frameworks, what is it that they struggle with the most. This is the best type of learning that you will get, and you will be able to know the different stages of product development life cycle very closely. Besides that, you'll also have an insight of what is it that different stakeholders do on a daily basis while you're working or aspiring to work as a product manager. Always have an open communication with different teams. Spend that extra half an hour or an hour, maybe once or twice in the week with them, and thank them for spending the time with you. With designers, you want to learn about different tools of wireframing such as Figma, Balsamic. What is their approach? How do they do design thinking in your organization? With developers, you want to understand what is the tech stack looking like? What are some of the challenges that they face and how do they overcome those challenges? What is it that they look for from a product manager when a requirement comes in? So if you have even this basic idea, it will help you answer certain questions in interviews and get you well prepared to get that product job. While you are working in an organization, a lot of times they have something called as a hackathon. So if your company is organizing something like a hackathon where you can pitch in an idea and then you can work on it for a couple days or maybe 24 hours or 48 hours, and then you can deliver that product to the leadership team or whoever is judging the hackathon, that will give you a good exposure as well. And then you can add that product or that feature into your portfolio as well. So try to look for opportunities such as hackathon where you can create your own product with the ideas that you have and do it from scratch. Do it without anybody's help. Even if you cannot code it, it's okay. You can create the entire MVP, what are the features, how the product should look like. The last method or tip that I want to leave you all with is create your own product. I know, right? You'll be like, is she crazy? How can I create my own product? Now, you don't have to go and deliver the product into an app store, but the idea is to take up that as a challenge. Think of yourself in somebody else's shoes as a product manager, and how would you go about building a feature? So either you place yourself in the shoes of a particular company. So if you are really attached to a certain organization, or if that is what you're aspiring for to apply, place yourself in the shoes of a product manager of that company. Think of what they would do to solve problems for their customers, their user personas, and then come up with a pitch. If you can work with somebody on a pro bono basis, if you can create something like an MVP, there's nothing like it. But if you cannot, then also it's okay. Create something that's going to be in a working prototype format, which is going to be clickable at least, and then have a presentation to back yourself up with that. In this way, you're not only showing your thought processes, but also showing what all skill sets you have while you're still applying for a particular job. I hope that this video was valuable for you. And if you're somebody who is looking out for a job as a product manager or a product owner, please leave a message in the comment section. I will get back to you and I'll make sure that I can help you out in any ways. I will definitely reach out to you. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and thank you so much for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel because that keeps me motivated to keep creating these videos for you guys. See you all next week.